What's up, guys? Trust and Truth here, bringing you episode 2 of Winter Go Home, featuring my good friend from the Digital Warfare Forums, Dynamite. And this is episode 2. I know Dano put out episode 1 and 3 already. I had already told him that I would do 2, but I sort of lagged behind. That's why he went ahead and put out 3. So this is our second game that we played on the first night of it. We've only played 3 games thus far. This was about a week ago, I think. As you can see, I get sniped again twice in a row. Well, we played them about a week ago, and we only played 3 games, and we won all 3 of them pretty easily. And that's all we've recorded so far. We wanted to put out the first 3 gameplays. He's doing the live comms, and then since I don't have the capabilities or the items set up to my Xbox, that I'm just doing commentaries over my gameplay. So he might post at a 2-to-1 ratio compared to the games that I'll post out, since live comms are easier to post out. But the rules for this series is that there's no quitting, like backing out of lobbies at all, regardless of what teammates we get or the enemy team. We also will only count losses if we start the game or if we join with a score like under 50 points of losing. Because if not, then we're at a huge disadvantage. And I know when we first started the games, we joined 2 different games before we actually got into a clear lobby where we were losing to 150 points to like 40 points with our team, with air support up and everything. So we didn't count those games, and we started this series fresh. Here you can see I'm using the SWAT with the red dot and the R870 with the long barrel. It's a pretty standard class. I mean, I have 100 classes, but I usually don't ever use shotguns just by themselves. I think it might have 1 class that is set up for that purpose. I'm really more of a shotgun guy with overkill. Here I get a nice 2-piece trying to cover C. But yeah, I don't like running shotguns by themselves because they usually don't typically do too well. So I always run mine with an assault rifle. And I have fast hands on and extreme conditioning. I'm not sure how that guy killed me and I didn't kill him. When we seem to get hit markers from the same distance away with the same exact gun, he might have been centered more on my body and gotten a tighter spread then, aiming down sights while I'm hip firing. We have a pretty nice lead here early on. And I try to, the whole time, I think this whole first half of the game, I just try to hold C flag. Because playing with randoms, it's sort of hard to get any momentum or ask people to do things because everyone's in it for their own reasons playing the game. So it was just Dano and I, and we got some teammates though that were they actually went for the objective, and that's hard to find in Call of Duty anymore. Especially with people that come in solo. Their intent's pretty much just to get kills rather than play the objective. Although, if you play the objective and you get caps, you're going to get your score streaks a lot faster playing it that way. I really like the SWAT. It's one of my favorite assault rifles in the game. It's really good at range, and it wins me a lot of gunfights. I don't seem to do bad with it. Usually, though, a lot of times my other SWAT class involves the SWAT silenced with select fire, and then I don't have to use any secondary because it can cover up the close range as well. But for this game type, I'm using just this overkill class. We struggled early on to cap B from the enemy team, and I kept throwing myself at it with the same exact results. Right there is the first break, and I had to cut it because actually we had a host disconnect. See, it's not even before the end of the first round, but it was a host switch, and I had to cut the gameplay, obviously, because it migrated host. Like I said, I'm just trying to lock down C, throwing shock charges just to have an idea where they come from. And normally I run higher score streaks. The VSAT here is my highest score streak that I have on. The VSAT's always a staple in my score streaks. I never take it off. Unless I'm playing Search and Destroy. It's usually the thing I have on the most. And then I usually run something higher than that, one thing higher than that, like a Lodestar, Swarm, EMP. And then a lot of times, usually the first one is either a UAV or a Hellstorm. but I'm running those 3. So we took the first half there up by over 60 points. Or a little less than 60, sorry. And we got ready for the second round, hoping to cap B faster than this. I'm not sure what that break was. I apologize for that editing. But we go right to C, and this round here I'm able to get a load my VSAT. I think I get it twice actually by just locking down this left side of the thing, the left side of the map. A lot of people rush this side to try to gain advantage. And you always get engagements here. I get 3 kills here with the shotgun, which each gets me 125 points for being on the flag, and we quickly cap it, and then I have the first VSAT. And pretty much, a lot of times, once you get the first VSAT, it's over. And I'm honestly surprised how many people don't quit in Black Ops 2 when they see a VSAT up, but yet they'll quit when they have a higher score streak up, which to me makes no sense, as the VSAT's the best score streak in the game by far. It totally dictates pace, player position. You can always just set up the enemy team. The only problem with the VSAT sometimes is you rely on watching it too much, and then you forget where the player is, and you can lose gun battles that way. I find that happening, but that's rare. Usually, 99% of the time, it works in your favor, as it does here. I'm not sure what. I think here I was leaving the party to go talk to the teammates. I'm not positive though. I haven't. This was recorded over a week ago, so I can't quite recall. This is where I love the overkill class, because with the SWAT there, I could have died and then I switched back. It's all about dictating your gun battles, and then I like to do that with an overkill class. You can dictate long and short range gunfights. The Hellstorm can be hit or miss. Sometimes it feels like you're going to get a triple kill, and those missiles will hit just something random and it will stop it. But for the most part, I really enjoy the Hellstorm. It brings back good memories of the Predator missile. And I actually prefer the Hellstorm over the Lightning Strike. By this point in the game, I think the enemy team has given up on capping the objective, and they were just going for kills, as we were almost doubling them in score. And I don't know why that concept happens so much in game types, especially domination. Enemy teams just feel defeated. If they don't cap B off the initial round, it seems like they feel defeated and will give up on it for the rest of the game unless like spawns flip. I think this series is a solid series for me because I know Dano's a huge domination player, and most of the guys, anytime I play with Digital Warfare, you can bet it's either ground war, where we're hoping to get domination, or it's just 6v6 domination. That's sort of the game type as I pop up the second VSAT of the game for myself that they like to play. And domination for me has always been, I don't know, I don't play it a lot. I think it's my seventh or eighth most game mode, and it's just a little bit above headquarters. See, the VSAT would have saved my life here. There, I get killed by a perfect grenade. But I know I have all 3 games of multi-team and then search and destroy and CTF above domination. I enjoy domination, but I just prefer other game modes for the most part. The game is winding down. We have 191 to 96. I got sniped from this side often, and to be perfectly honest, I don't mind sniping. I snipe myself a good bit, especially in Search and Destroy. I snipe a lot in TDM. And I don't mind sniping in Domination, but it's when players refuse to go for the objective while sniping. Alright guys, there you can see I went 39 and 11 with 7 caps and 9 defends. And Dano, he struggled this game, but he carried me the next game. If you check out his episode 3, he went 20 and 17 with 5 caps and 2 defends. Thank you guys, and